I review a lot of consultant contracts and proposals across planning, environmental, engineering, and similar fields, and very often I find myself asking, where are their assumptions and exclusions? Either they're missing or they're all mixed together in a way that creates risk. And so I want to give you a simple distinction. The assumptions are the conditions that your price is based on, especially if it's a fixed lump sum. The assumptions describe the world that needs to exist for your fee to work and for you to make a profit and your client to walk away satisfied. For example, the price might assume that the project is going to start by a certain date, or that third-party information is going to be provided to you by a particular time, or the scope and the approvals will follow a particular pathway, or maybe your client's going to review the report by X date. If those assumptions change, the price needs to change. Now, I think exclusions are different. They're things that you haven't priced for at all, but you could do if you needed to. What you're really telling the client is, I haven't allowed for this in my fee. I'm happy to do it, but it's going to attract an additional cost, and you should have a schedule of rates to support that. A mistake I quite often see is consultants using exclusions maybe to manage things like delay or timing issues. I think those are better dealt with as an assumption so that you're setting them up for a variation or an extension of time rather than saying, I didn't allow to do this. Why does it matter though? Well, first, I think it gives you a clear basis to recover costs that you may not have priced for. It helps you protect your margin. Second, it communicates professionalism and value to your client. And third, and this is particularly important in competitive tenders, it helps your client to make a value-based decision about your proposal rather than just a price-based decision. If your fee is higher than the lowest tender, but your assumptions and exclusions clearly explain what you've allowed for, the client can compare apples with apples in the pricing and see that your fee is more realistic because you've allowed for more eventualities and therefore you're probably going to do a better job of delivering the project. Now, finally, quick note on reimbursable costs, which I sometimes see tangled up in here as well. Unless you can reliably include them in your lump sum with an uplift, they should be stated as reimbursable expenses with a cost plus margin. Charging reimbursables at cost almost always understates the real effort involved. Someone has to book the flights, the accommodation, the hire car, whatever. And your client, contractors, developers, whatever, they understand that logic because that's how they price. So here's my takeaway. Good assumptions and exclusions are not about being difficult or being defensive. They're about clarity, better pricing, more profitability, and stronger client relationships.